Well, the highly anticipated Marvel movie Thor Ragnarok hits theaters tomorrow. The film features all of your favorite superheroes. Mark DiCarlo talked to Jeff Goldblum, who plays a ruler named the Grandmaster. Take a look.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Every role you play,
yes, sir,
you inject this Jeff Goldblum quirkiness into it.
I do.
Some movies, like Buckaroo Banzai,
yeah,
it fits so like you're expecting it. This movie, you don't usually find funny, silly characters like this in big franchise films. Where'd that come from? How'd you do it? Was it your idea?
No, not. I liked the idea, but Taika Waititi, it was his idea, and I liked it from the very start. He introduced it to me. He said, you know, this is a comic booky movie, but I want to do something different with it, and your character I don't think should be overly theatrical or like a comic book. I think it's going to be different than anything you've done, but something in your vein, and we'll improvise a lot. And I said, I love this guy.
There's a menace. There's like if it was a cake,
yeah,
the first layer of the cake would be menace, but there's so much silly musical frosting on top of it.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Not only is the cast spectacular, you know, I overlapped a day with Cate Blanchett and got to see her. We hadn't acted together since that Wes Anderson movie, Life Aquatic, with Steve Zissou.
Great movie. Were you improvising a lot on the set?
And we improvised. He said we were going to improvise, and he did. You know, I said, hey, I got 10 ideas, and he would say, oh, do this, say this. He would say, keep the camera rolling. Say this, say this. Oh, I know, say this. You know, we do it like that.
You did a great job.
Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you.
Mark DiCarlo also interviewed actress Tessa Thompson. Now, you might have seen her in HBO's Westworld. In Thor Ragnarok, Tessa plays the female heroine, Valkyrie. Take a look.
Here we go.
What a great, strong character to play in this universe.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you recall what you did for the audition?
Yeah, you'll think I'm joking, but I ate a sandwich. Because I remember when I came in, you know, I'd had lunch with Taika. We had talked about the character. He sort of pitched his idea of what she could be, and then about a month later, Marvel asked if I would fly in and read some of the scenes with Taika, but in costume. So I flew in, and I was a little tired, understandably. But then it was lunch, and there were all these sandwiches, and they were like, do you want to take a break and eat? And I was like, no, I'll just eat now while we do the scenes. And so I did some of the scenes while eating the sandwich, which seemed appropriate, actually, for Val. I think there's something about her spirit that she just, like, doesn't really care what anyone thinks.
Very challenging role. It's very physical.
Yeah.
You're a pivotal character in this. What was the biggest surprise for you from the time you booked it to the time you were actually doing it, the biggest challenge that you overcame as far as delivering?
Yes, the stunts are really tricky because you'll rehearse for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you get there on the day and it changes. And you watch people like Tom Hiddleston is so good. Both Tom and Chris are so good at stunts. They've just been doing it forever, so they have a kind of agility. But I think the biggest thing is not to get too stuck in an idea of, you know, to prepare as much as you can, and then when you get there on the day, be willing to throw it out.
Well, it all turned out great. It's a swashbuckling adventure, and you were fantastic.
Oh, thanks very much.
It was great to meet you.
It was great to meet you too.
Great afternoon.
See ya.
And thank you, Mark. Thor Ragnarok is in theaters tomorrow. We'll be right back.